The focus of this channel, Newzroom Afrika, is to bring you the stories from various communities. And we have Karinda Jagmohan, who is in KwaZulu-Natal. We also have Refiloe Seboko in the Northwest Province. Let's start with you, Karinda Jagmohan. You are in the area of Ndwedwe, and that is where the community members there are pleading with government to address their water crisis. They say they haven't had running tap water for several years. So how are they dealing with this situation?
Oli, good morning to you. This is how residents are dealing with the situation. This is the third spot that we've come by where community members are collecting water from a hole in the ground, a puddle in the ground. Earlier on it was a stormwater drain, then it was a river, and now you see this water, it's not clean. It's not clean at all. If I may, Sissy, please just show our viewers the bugs that are in this water here so you can have a look for yourself. And the residents will boil this, or those who are, thank you sis, those who are absolutely fed up with the situation will just drink the water as it is. One of the residents will speak now. Bapewa, come on, Baba. Tell us about the struggle that you have here, Baba.
Yes. Kunentatela ezizobuka ohlelo lwamanzi esiwaphuzayo. Manje bathola ukuthi amanzi esiwaphuzayo awekho esimeni ukuthi singawaphuza, ahlanzekile. Nezinje ziyaphuza uma ukuthi ephuze zomile, njengelwane nazo ezomayo ziyaphuza, sikwazi ukuyivimba ngaphansi ukuthi amanzi abelekile. Isilwane noma esiphi esomile nokuthi asingene siyangena siphuze, nenkomo ziyaqhamuka ziphuze uma ukuthi ayiphuze, asikwazi ukuthi siyivimbe ngoba akubelekile. Amanzi angcolile, amanzi esiwaphuzayo nokunuka nje akumele ukuthi angaphuzwa abantu la manzi, kodwa ngenxa yokuhlupheka siyaphuza lawo manzi ngoba ingekho into esingayenza.
Thank you, Baba, for speaking to us. Oli, even the cattle will come here and drink the same water that the residents are taking to drink water themselves. If you'll excuse me for saying this, but these are elderly residents. Gogo walked from the houses right on top of this hill. She walked down to collect her water. Unfortunately, there are males here that will then help her go back up. But if she was alone, she would walk with the same bucket alone back to her house. And that's a similar situation for residents across this very rural area of Ndwedwe that are experiencing a lack of water for several years now.
Karinda Jagmohan, thank you very much, highlighting the plight of the residents of Ndwedwe. It's a very sad situation indeed. Let's take you to the Northwest Province now, and the residents of Mamusa local municipality there say the water crisis in their area continues to worsen. Let's get an update from Refiloe Seboko, who has been stationed in the area of Schweizer-Reneke. Refiloe, good morning to you once again. It's quite a horrific situation in KZN. You've just heard Karinda Jagmohan, our colleague. She is showing us pictures of elderly residents in the area who have gone to a spot where there is a puddle of water, and they're saying that water it smells, and it also has insects, if you like. It's not clean at all. What's the situation in Mamusa?
Similar, clearly, in terms of the cleanness of the water. This is some of the concerns of the resident of Schweizer-Reneke, to say that they are concerned about their health because of the water that they receive. Sometimes after a couple of days it's not clean. They keep on raising these issues with the local Mamusa local municipality. I'm going to move out of shot and show you just another spot in the same street that we are in. This is a different spot from where we were a bit earlier. And what one can also note is the issue of these water trucks that pass here, but they're not stopping to fill these bottles. We're just about to find out from the spokesperson of Mamusa local municipality, Mr. Jerry Maine. Thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Dada Maine, a situation like this, as the municipality of Mamusa, how are you dealing with it and how are you communicating this with the residents of Mamusa local municipality?
Well, thank you to the Newzroom Afrika and for inviting us. We have to acknowledge first and foremost that indeed there are challenges insofar as the service delivery insofar as water is concerned. But as an institution, we are doing all we can to see to it that we have the matter sorted out. Ndwedwe Firu is our water and sanitation manager, will give details also the technical challenges that we could be having. But all that I can say from the part of the communications is that we are trying. We are not saying we are perfect, but we ensure that every now and then we communicate with our people insofar as the challenges are concerned, and also give them turnaround as to when the matter will be resolved. We have long-term problems, short-term and medium, insofar as the water challenges are concerned. Some are the space that is occupied by the district that will elaborate upon. But when there are challenges locally on matters that we can sort out within a short space of time, we ensure that our communities are informed accordingly.
Do you equally make the necessary effort in terms of these bottles being filled up? I think you and I can agree. You just saw the trucks passing here, but they are not stopping to fill these. These people have been here since in the morning. Some are saying that they are able to put these bottles here for days without the truck refilling these bottles.
Yes. No, indeed. We had a water tankering schedule that was operating smoothly. But me and you knows very well that we have a load shedding problem. Now, all these water tankers get water from the boreholes. When you have a load shedding, it means that for that period, be it 4 hours or 2 hours, the water tankers are not able to function. And hence the schedule has actually been disturbed or thrown out of place altogether. But being that's the situation, we try by all means to ensure that our water tankers, as soon as the electricity returns, they start filling up and ensure that people receive water. You will find that sometimes the truck passes here because before the load shedding, it was supposed to have delivered water somewhere for people who perhaps have been waiting earlier than this one. So once they have filled up, like right now it's 11 o'clock, it's only an hour after the electricity had returned. They are still at the borehole sites, they are still filling up, and they will definitely come and deliver.
Let me welcome Mr. Govan Whittles. He is the manager of water and sanitation in Mamusa local municipality. Ndwedwe Masire, issues of water and sanitation, Ndwedwe Maina was saying, you will explain to us the technicalities. Community members of Schweizer-Reneke are complaining about issues of the cleanliness of water.
Thank you, Newzroom Afrika and the viewers. Yes, the cleanliness, we can't deny it. We have been experiencing brown water, I think, for past 2 or 3 days. But it only happens when there's a pipe burst. The reticulation system predominantly is from way back before even I was in the municipality, which in most cases the main line is asbestos pipe. And asbestos pipe, normally they crack. And when we had to replace those asbestos pipe, we have to open, they are deep. And from there, there's water coming out and there's a little bit of soil that comes into the reticulation system. And before in Mamusa, we had hydrants that we normally open after we fix the pipe so that we clear whatever was in the pipe. But what happens is that through time when we fix pipe, some of the hydrants, we lose them. Especially in Ipelecheng, we have lost almost all the hydrants. So we can't open the hydrants. We rely on communities to open their taps, to let the water flow, and then we can get clean water.
Thank you so much for your time. Govan Whittles, he is the manager of water and sanitation in Mamusa local municipality. I'm going to get out of shot. Residents are still here, waiting for the truck to come and refill these bottles. as to what time in particular that will come, as Ntate Maine was explaining that there's an issue of refilling or water tankering schedules, I think we can only hope that any minute now, Ntate Maine, they will be able to come here. But we'll keep you updated, also in touch base with other residents of Ipelecheng to just find out the situation in some areas. This is not the only area here in Ipelecheng that is experiencing water challenges, but we'll also try to go into other areas of Ipelecheng to find out and see what really is the situation there.
Refiloe Seboko, thank you very much for that update. It is a painful situation indeed for the various areas of South Africa. Just the areas we are highlighting to you, that's the state of affairs. It doesn't give a full picture of what the whole of South Africa could be. All right, let's bring you back to Gauteng now, where the water tankers have been deployed to Midrand and surrounding areas today amid supply constraints causing even more frustration for residents. The city of Johannesburg is under pressure to deal with the crippling water crisis that's left people without running water for weeks. In Rabi Ridge, water cuts are expected to last for most of the day. That's where we find Newzroom Afrika reporter Govan Whittles. Govan, good morning to you once again. The situation where you are, paint the picture for us.
Good morning, Oli. It's a case of water tankers going around the surrounding areas of Midrand and essentially filling up tanks like the one behind me, and then moving through informal settlements to designated spots. Usually they start at the community halls, such as the one at Rabi Ridge. Right now we're at the taxi rank in Ivory Park, where the city of Johannesburg's water utility has been filling up tanks such as the one behind me. A few hundred meters away they filled up one. They were about to fill up this one, but they decided not to. No reason given. But there is a dire shortage of water here. We'll try to speak to Mr. Freedom Kumalo. He's the rank manager here, just about the water situation. Mr. Kumalo, thank you for your time. So what's the situation with the water here and the shortage of water at your taxi rank?
Amanzi ayashoda kakhulu, especially e-Ivory Park, kuma-informal settlement, e-Renke, njengoba sazi ukuthi isaba i-Johannesburg isizamile ukusinikeza amathanki ukuthi silwe ne-COVID, njengoba sazi buya ku-COVID. But amanzi bebangawadelive ngasonke isikhathi ukuthi abantu begeza izandla. Sibonga kakhulu ukubona ama-truck ezo-supplya umphakathi wase-Ward 79 ukuthi belwe nesimo senhlanzeko, ngoba amanzi ayizo zonke impilo kubantu baseningizimu Afrika. Sibonga kakhulu ukubona bazothela emathankini. Sithi i-City of Johannesburg awenza umsebenzi. Sila ngenxa yayo. Sithi ayisupply kuwonke ama-section amanzi abantu ngeke bekwazi ukuphila ngaphandle kwamanzi. Amanzi enza zonke izinto empilweni. Abanye banemizi, amanzi mayengekho abakwazi ukuya etoilet. It's very important ukuthi i-City of Johannesburg yenze sure ukuthi i-private abantu ngamanzi.
Mr. Kumalo, thank you so much. Obviously telling us that you got these tanks during COVID and mainly they were used for sanitation. We saw the water tanker that was going to fill up this thing now, but then it left. What happened there?
Johannesburg iyafeyila ukusupply ngamanzi. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi manje laba abaphethe amanzi kufanele bezowa-supply kuma-public facilities omphakathi, ngoba njengoba lamathanki niwabona anawo amanzi, ngoba Johannesburg efuneka isupply ngamanzi ukuze bonke abantu bekwazi ukugeza izandla, bekwazi kube sesimeni esikahle, especially kwi-environment. Amanzi is the key of the world. Umhlaba wonke umuntu uphila ngamanzi. Amanzi nje abalulekile kunoma ubani. Ngakho ke sicela ukuthi njengoba sithola inotice ukuthi bazowavala ngomhla ka-30, sicela ukuthi ama-truck amasipala besupply wonke umuntu ewadini, kungabikho eward 79 kuwonke amawadi angaphansi kwe-region A.
siyacela siyabonga futhi ukubona region A isupply amanzi ngalendlela kusinikeza ukuthi uhulumeni wase-City of Johannesburg uyabanakekela abantu. Sicela ukubambisana. You work together, you build a nation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Freedom Kumalo. He's the rank manager here at Ivory Park. The tank behind me is empty. The other one was filled up. No reason given why this one was left as it is. It's really important for this taxi rank to have water. There are thousands of people that move through it on a daily basis, and the water expected to be off for most of the day here, certainly during the afternoon peak when people return from their workplaces and would need to make use of this water at this facility. But we'll keep the spotlight on the water shortages and the state of water supply in the country. Don't go away. Stay with us on Channel 405. After the break, we'll put that spotlight on the state of water affairs in the Nelson Mandela Bay municipality. We'll be back after this.